All text will be updated in one go. The exciting story will begin soon. My dears, it's me, Liu Ruyan again. A UI reminds you to like and follow. The balance has increased by 3 digits. The main text begins. I've been Liu Ruyan's assistant for 7 years. She got engaged recently. That young master put his arm around Liu Ruyan's waist, pointed at me and said to open her up. We'll get married. Liu Ruyan brushed him off coldly. Let's not get married. How should I explain? I am really an ordinary assistant. That meaning, I passed by the marketing department. I heard Liu Ruyan gossiping. Have you met the boss? He is really elegant. That is Assistant Yi. He's handsome, but compared with this young master, he just doesn't have the aura of a wealthy family. I paused. You can praise the boss, but why are you stepping on me? I'm just an ordinary worker. How can I have the temperament of a rich family? Give me 100 million. I can turn it into a rich family temperament on the spot. I'll prove him. He has been with Mr. Liu for so many years. In the end, Mr. still plans to marry a young master. Does a marriage between rich families require equal status? Don't mention it. Assistant Yi has a hard time too. When the marriage news came out, I saw her. She looked 10 years older. If it was before, I would just be speechless. Hearing this, I was full of questions. What does you marrying a husband have to do with me? Why should I be haggard? Even if I am haggard, it is because of overtime. I hurried back to the office and drank a bottle of Yahaha to calm down. It's over. Knocked on Liu Ruyan's door with the personnel file. Come here. Liu Ruyan's voice is as sweet and sexy as ever. I pushed the door open and walked in. I recorded the afternoon meeting schedule and materials. I handed him the folder. This is the promotion list drawn up by the HR. I passed the marketing department. My performance was not up to standard. I am not recommended for promotion this year. The marketing expenses for 2 quarters have not made any splash. It is enough to make the interns regular employees. Ruyan helmed, went tied, and did not make any major public relations events. I stood beside Liu Ruyan and watched. Her white hands wrote a delicate signature. I smiled slightly. Wang Tai Gan is the gossiper in the marketing department. They even spread rumors that Liu Ruyan and I had an affair. It was a humble underground relationship. I'm Ji Wen. Is she the protagonist of such a sadistic novel who endures humiliation? It's a joke. I'm not romance novels at all. In the article, I am a workplace article where information can be intercepted. An assistant who can influence top-level decisions with a few words. Well, why don't you forget about having a baby this year? With this money, I might as well give more wine money to my brothers in the company. Get the work done? Liu Ruyan asked me when I would eat for lunch. The company has a cafeteria. Liu Ruyan doesn't go there very often. He is the boss. Squeezed into the cafeteria with the employees. When it's awkward and busy, I bring him. When it's not busy, we go out to eat together. There's a new Italian restaurant in West Lake City. The ratings are not bad. You picked up the latest small shoulder bag. I accompanied him downstairs. It was lunch break time. The elevator stopped at each floor. The crowd surged. Ruyan and I pressed tightly together. I smelled the faint scent of body. Yes, I picked the fancy sweetheart. I turned my face away. I felt a little uneasy. I could smell the perfume too close. We reached the 5th floor. A large group of programmers came in. They squeezed in with laughter. I staggered and bumped into Liu Ruyan's arms. Her warm little hands protected the back of my head. I could breathe. A sweet and sexy voice sounded above my head. I was going to be overweight. Wait for the next bat. The programmers all retreated awkwardly. I quickly pushed him away. The elevator was silent. I was awkwardly combing my hair. Petty, wine-tied Dan was also in the elevator. He looked at us with ambiguous eyes. Mr. Lewendas, sister, he went out to eat. Liu Ruyan responded calmly. The elevator was even quieter. Everyone's face was they all smiled strangely. Wait, that's not the case. Let me explain. Liu Ruyan and I went to the same university. I called her my senior. We worked on a project together. He has good grades. I can win a national award by following him. I will join his company after graduation. It's the same reason. I know my senior is a strong person. When it goes public, I can get some original shares. Our relationship is like this. Simple and boring. It exudes the rust of capitalism. It has nothing to do with romance. The restaurant is filled with melodious violin music. I'm slipping through the menu. Liu Ruyan looks at me with her chin in her hand. She's wearing a handmade hip skirt. Her facial features are beautiful. People at the surrounding tables are looking at her sideways. To be fair, her face can represent most romance novels. Moreover, she doesn't have the sickly and delicate personality of the heroines in romance novels. For example, she's easy to feed. She never complains when I order food. Eat where's available. She's not picky. A waiter comes to introduce. Today is Thursday. We have a couple set meal. A dessert is included with the meal. You want it? I glanced at it. It's a good deal. A baked lobster in a set meal. The price of a lockhart is about the same. Then, let's have one. URUY and ordered a table. Okay, miss. A waiter took the menu from my fingertips. Then put a rose in the vase in front of me. I suddenly remembered. He's engaged? Mr. Liu, you can't order this. He raised his eyelids and glanced at me. Why isn't it a good deal as you said? I'm not a sucker. Can I order baked lobster for you? My face turned red. After that, he saw that I came to eat baked lobster for free. After eating and drinking, URUY and went to pay the bill. I was thinking about where to buy coffee. A shadow loomed around me. It was Xiao Ridian who was wearing branded clothes. URUY and still. Why are you here? Can you afford it? The eldest master's face was distorted. I felt ashamed that I really couldn't afford it. So I only eat on weekdays. How come the boss's work meal is a couple's meal? The eldest master's scalp exploded. The eagle eyes saw URUYN who was paying the bill. It wasn't him who ordered it. You better give me an explanation. Xiao Ridian threw all the roses to me. How can I explain? Explain that I took advantage of my position to arrange meals for the boss. I spent 7 years taking the boss out to eat. All the delicious food in the city. I will go to the police station. Although I was very nervous, I am still an assistant who has seen a lot of storms. I put on a professional smile. The boss wants to invite you out for dinner, but he is afraid that this place does not match your style. I will accompany him to check it out first. I ordered chow ridi and... That's it. I pointed to the dishes on the table. Otherwise, why is it a couple set meal? Xiao Ridi Ann was stunned by my question. He thought for a while and gave me a side eye. You're lucky. Don't let me see you eating with my wife in the future. Otherwise, don't let your job. I shuddered. Don't say you don't want to eat with you or UIN. Even if I only have 2 meals a day, I still want to keep my job. After being beaten by Xiao Ridian, I felt a career crisis. As a male assistant, I should keep a proper distance from my female boss. I think I have a good sense of distance. I had never had any improper thoughts about you or UYN for so many years. I've never even touched his hand. If I accidentally touched it, I would immediately stand up and apologize. but the boss said I didn't do that. I must make appropriate changes. I no longer eat with you or Yuan at noon. I ordered takeout for him every day. After a week, Liu Ruyan said to me meaningfully after a meeting that I don't want to eat takeout anymore. Okay, got it. In the next week, I arranged all his social activities for noon. Liu Ruyan doesn't have to eat takeout anymore. He accompanies the old man to drink every day. She WeChat me within 2 days. Now I want to drink with the old man again. Isn't this a coincidence? Xiaoridian also WeChat me. I see him change his tactics every day when I go to work. Why hasn't Liu Ruyan him yet? Is it because I, the vicious male partner, manipulated his schedule? So your day is also under my control. I put the date in Ruyan schedule today. The location is the Italian restaurant last time. I booked a couple set meal in advance and ordered a glass of red wine for them. After get off work in the evening, I watched Ruyan get into the Bentley in the office on the 19th floor. I had my achievements and fame. Ruyan and the handsome boy drank wine. Xiaoridian and he had a date. My job was saved. I took the subway and imagined Liu Ruyan and Xiaoridian in an Italian restaurant, dressed neatly, eating a couple set meal with French red wine. I felt a little angry. This evil capitalism. That night, Ruyan sent me a WeChat message. Working overtime is not appropriate. Boss, it's 9 o'clock now. Ruyan told me with her actions. Labor law doesn't work on him. He kicked my door directly. I heard that I could get a subsidy if I rented the same community with him. I lived next door to him without hesitation. I was really blinded by greed. After opening the door, Ruyan walked into my house with ease, sat down on the sofa with a gloomy look. Have a short meeting. I turned on the computer resignedly. My schedule has been a mess recently. Ruyan's beautiful peach blah. Some eyes were filled with anger. If there is anything that needs to be improved in dining, you said Ruyan smiled coldly. I carefully observed my left eyelid. It was really twitching. I closed the computer and knelt down gently. If you're talking about the date in the evening, it is the boss who has been urging me on WeChat these days. Why does Xiaoridian have your WeChat? Sure enough, everyone's first reaction is that I want to know this too. Ruyan calmed down her anger. If you smuggle other people's private work into your work again, then you don't have to do it. I was struck by a bolt from the blue. I have worked in the company for 7 years. From a newbie who knows nothing to my current position. I have accompanied him from an airborne lady to the person who has the final say today. Know that hard work has its share of hardship. He actually wanted to resign because of his fee. I didn't know how fierce Xiaoridian was. He was like a chihuahua. He barked at me from the first time we met. If I was fired, how would I find a job as an unmarried man of advanced stage? My nose felt sore. I took out a tissue. Ruyan's expression softened. This won't happen again. He took out a takeaway box and put it on the table. He raised his chin a little tiredly. Let's see. It turned out to be the baked lobster from that Italian restaurant. I swallowed my saliva and shook my head. I haven't looked good recently. I can't eat midnight snacks. Ruyan's eyes instantly became murderous. I had to eat the whole baked lobster with tears in my eyes. The capitalist tricks of asking people to work overtime are really increasing. After the morning meeting the next day, Ruyan kept me. She'll coordinate the wedding this time. I was stunned, but his eyes didn't look like he was joking. I pulled the corner of my mouth awkwardly. This is not good. After all, this is your private matter, boss. The wedding will not be small. There will definitely be public relations at that time. Ruyan flicked her hair infuriately. She forced a private matter into a public matter. Will the groom have any objections? I have trouble with the money. I want to refuse if you decide. I opened my mouth. I really couldn't find any excuses. After all, the power of the assistant position is indeed very vague. It also includes vice assistant. Yuan is not considered. But president is weak and can't take care of himself. But you see, I make the decision on eating. When his house was renovated, he was busy launching a new product line. I was the one who found the design and supervised the work. But getting married is not like any other matter. I feel so upset. What is this? I haven't been in a relationship yet. I'm going to organize a wedding for Yuan and Chalala. I am busy running around. Chalala is wearing a pure white suit. People are still saying that I have been Yuan's secret lover for 7 years. My personality has become so humiliating. Yuan. You have nothing to do with what I did. I am not happy at all. But who told me that I'm just an employee? I reluctantly opened a news file. What is the approximate time and budget? You decide the time. Budget 30 million. My typing hand stopped. I suspect there is something wrong with my ears. How many Yuan sat on the chair? Said lightly 30 million. Is it really 30 million? I jumped up and took 2 steps. Trembling, I took a sip of water from the teacup. Hide my excitement. Sit down on the sofa. I am responsible for the 30 million. I have never handled such a big project. The wedding is one after another. How much is it? This round of bidding. How much kickbacks can I get? J-boy, your good days are ahead. Get married as soon as possible. The sooner the better. My index finger flew, crackling and writing project planning in front of the computer. Boss Liu, I will make sure you get married in style. I was thrown out of the office by Liu Ruyan before leaving. He viciously told me to get lost. It doesn't matter. She is now the closest person to me in this world. She is my biological mother. Even if she wants to marry Xiao Ruyan, so what? I, G. Bodwen, am willing to recognize this father. Hey, what a bloody triangle. What should I feel? It doesn't exist. The 3 of us are a happy family. Just when I was in the office writing the wedding plan, my cell phone rang. Xiao Ruyan called me. Come out. Hey, Dad. Okay. On the way. Xiao Ruyan asked me to meet him at a cafe 2 blocks away. When I entered, I was met with a cold. Ice-like eyes. The young master put his arms around me, as if he wanted to eat me alive. What's wrong with you? I pulled out a chair cautiously. Sat down opposite him. Xiao Ruyan threw his phone on the table with a snap. Sister Ruyan told me yesterday. You won't marry me. Explain to me what this means. Everyone in the cafe was looking at us. I was stunned by his question. Ruyan won't marry you. Shouldn't you ask him? What does it have to do with me? How should I explain? He grabbed my chin and dragged me in front of him. Are you whispering in his ear? Hypocritical shame arranged a date for us. Actually, he forced him to break up with me. I am not a person without temper, but his nails are as long as shit. I quickly comforted him. It's not true. This morning he told me that he would spend 30 million to marry you. 30 million, brother. You are my only brother. Xiao Ruyan was stunned. I quickly took my face off and hid far away. Xiao Ruyan came to his senses. Is it true? You are not lying to me again. How could it be? I showed him the plan I just wrote. The wedding is going through the process. She can't wait to marry you. I'm also looking forward to that day. Xiao Ruyan's eyes were alert. You don't want to swallow my gift money. I split my family's property. Cut me out. Read less romance novels. I told Xiao Ruyan to snort. Looked at me with contempt, with calculation in his eyes. Okay, in that case, you go shopping with me. buy some wedding supplies, stand up and wait for me with an imposing manner. As soon as I left the hangmen feast, Xiao Ruyan took me to a high-end shopping mall. When a clerk of a well-known brand saw him, he invited him into the VIP room. Snapped his fingers out. I want the most expensive. The clerk held the product brochure, presented it to him respectfully. Assistant, you sit down. Xiao Ruyan took off his sunglasses. He patted the seat beside him with a dagger in his smile. I sat down with a timid heart. Xiao Ruyan spread the album on my knees. He flipped through the page. He commented on the orders. Which one do you think is good? I praised them from the bottom of my heart. They're all pretty, Xiao Ruyan said sarcastically. After all, among the owners, you can't afford it. I don't even have a chance to see it. I don't like to hear that. I can Baidu, Xiao Ruyan's joke. Baidu has everything. Other enthusiastic rich people will post it on a certain audio platform to share with us. Xiao Ruyan gave me a look in frustration. Look at me. But don't you know that in this information age, your father, the worker, has a broad vision? Well, we had a heated argument. The clerk took the opportunity to introduce. This is a limited edition released this year. The diamonds are very shiny. Xiao Ruyan had to head, looking at the picture. A diamond suit that can be hung from the neck to the belly button, covering suit is inlaid with diamonds. Even the belt is inlaid with diamonds. Looking at this sparkling pigeon, my eyes lit up. How much is it after the discount? 68 million. The light in my eyes went out. Xiao Ruyan didn't, and asked the clerk if there was any food. Only one matching the watch with a set. Take it and try it. Xiao Ruyan put on a watch worth more than 1 million yuan. Looking at the mirror under the spotlight, glancing at me with pride, I lost so completely. That diamond is so shiny. Some good qualities in my life had been destroyed. In the light of the diamond, I feel my powerlessness and insignificance. Maybe the regret and humiliation on my face are too obvious. Xiao Ruyan is getting more and more proud, pointing casually at the shop opposite, the pair of shiny leather shoes at the door. Give me the pair of shoes to try. The clerk hurriedly came back with the shoes. I want to kneel down for him to put on shoes. Xiao Ruyan went, fell on the sofa and crossed his legs. I didn't need him to come. He raised his eyebrows, looked at me with a malicious light in his eyes. Assistant Ye, are you okay? Young master, you insulted me. Will it be addictive? Do you think I look like Duan? I turned on the computer, wrote an Excel budget on the spot. With that, we won't buy this pair of shoes. Xiao Ruyan didn't expect me to refuse. What did you say? You spent 10 million to customize a full bodysuit. I don't have enough budget here. Shoes can be saved if possible. Xiao Ruyan was full of the question mark on his face. What are you talking about? I'm seriously fooling you. 13 million is not just for your wedding. It also includes the table, setting, flowers and drink, the transportation and accommodation of the guests. Given your status, there is also a big part for public relations. So you see, in fact, the cost is very tight. I can't approve this pair of shoes. Xiao Ruyan stood up suddenly. Why do I need your approval for my wedding shoes? I spread my hands, because the wedding is left to me. Xiao Ruyan was angry and picked up the leather shoes to throw money at me on the spot. Get away from me, I yelled. All the money comes from me. No more watches. Liu Ruyan still has a trace of rationality. He stopped the attack. His face was full of regret, humiliation, resentment, and intent unwillingness. I was happy and begged me. Xiao Ridian said, "Wait for me. I will tell sister who I am." Then he left in a rage. I drank the tea handed to me by the clerk. I tried his shoes. They're really nice. I will deduct some money from his wedding one day. I will buy a pair too. After walking out of the store, I received a call from Liu Ruyan. It was this woman who made me bear everything. I get angry when I hear her voice. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not in the company this afternoon. Her voice is 8 degrees colder. She didn't clock in when she asked for leave. I remember that this woman is my boss. I came out to buy wedding clothes. The champagne-colored Bentley soon appeared in the traffic. I sat in the passenger seat. I looked at her expression. She looked normal. It seems that Xiao Ridian doesn't treat me like this in front of her. A golden snake dances wildly. Your Ruyan's eyes linger over me. Clothes and jewelry. He was a little surprised. Up close, jewelry, a suit inlaid with diamonds. 10,681,000. How much do you say? Liu Ruyan was defeated. But the overbearing president is still the overbearing president. Nothing else. There is still money. Holding up the car window. Holding back the rest of the words. If you like it, buy it. I silently tore the ball on the windbreaker. The world of the rich is different from ours. What to eat at night? What if not eat? I am so angry. Spend 10 million in one afternoon. You still have a gloomy face. It's not for me to buy it. Your husband still wants me to kneel down to put shoes on him. Thousands of words are in the murderous eyes. Liu Ruyan turned her head to drive. There is an entrepreneur dinner the day after tomorrow. I sent you the list. You will see if there are any favors later. You need to go to my house to count. The gift collapsed on the back of the chair. The young master buys clothes. I work overtime. And this world is really unfair. I collapsed from Liu Ruyan's car. On the sofa in her house. Washing her drum in the kitchen, I made tomato beef buns. I ate 2 bowls. Dealing with her husband was my work injury. After eating, I regained some energy. I went to the basement storage room to look for gifts. I have been with her for 7 years. I know that many things in the business world are not done by superficial rules. They are generally based on personal relationships. Personal relationships require gifts. If someone gives you or Ruyan a gift, I have to find out whether I can accept it. If I can accept it, I will set a price. Then when giving a gift, I will look at who the other person isn't what I want him to do. I'll give the corresponding gift. I was rummaging in the drawer in my slippers. Liu Ruyan leaned against the door frame and looked at me. Suddenly 2 bottles of round beans came into my sight. Who gave it to you? This was in a single woman's storage room. I really couldn't hold it in. I forgot that Liu Ruyan clenched her fist and coughed twice. You take it. Recently, your face is dark as Baogong. This the bastard said nothing interesting. Only the 3 words you said were barely acceptable. Why do people always give you ties? I don't understand. I can find some clothes from him every year. All the watches he doesn't need belong to me. Liu Ruyan said she would turn against you. Her face turned gloomy. She gritted her teeth. What do you think? I thought about it. Do they want to see you pretend? Liu Ruyan was stunned. A plain sneer. Her neck is short. I'm really afraid that one day I will strangle you to death. Whatever, just die. I'm not happy either. Just pretend that we are discussing gifts in the storage room. The doorbell rang. Xiao Ridian's soft voice came from the doorbell. Sister Ruyan, I'm here to give you a freshly baked cake. When I heard that voice, I got goosebumps all over my body. Who would have thought that Xiao Ruyan had the faces? I pointed upstairs and pointed to the storage room. A storage room. I said to Liu Ruyan in a low voice. You go first. I'll hide here for a while. How come you like being a thief? I quickly covered her mouth. She saw me. It's bad. I can't wash it off even if I jump into the yellow river. It can't be washed off. Liu Ruyan's dark eyes looked over. Her voice became gentle and sexy. She sounded more seductive than the late-night female anchor. Her sensitive palms were also rubbed by her breath. They were wet and itchy. I stood up straight. I put my hands behind my back and swallowed my saliva. That's it. You understand, but I don't. Liu Ruyan lied with her eyes open. Aren't you here to pick a gift? What are you afraid of? He licked his lips. Or do you have some dishonest thoughts about me? I felt a little guilty and quickly covered his mouth again. I had a needle and thread on hand. I sewed it up. Sister, you really didn't hear it. Your husband is calling you to eat cake upstairs. Liu Ruyan glared at me with amusement. She shook my hand off and threw it down. Come up and turn around to open the door. I stay where I am. Because I am not stupid. I don't want to fight Xiao Ruyan again. One fight a day is enough. 2 fights a day will shorten my life. I planned it very well. I stayed in the basement and waited for them to finish talking. Unfortunately, Xiao Ruyan is not stupid either. As soon as Liu Ruyan opened the door, Xiao Ruyan then rushed in. Sister Ruyan, why did you take so long to open the door? Are there guests at home? The sound of checking the room's door to door came from upstairs. What's wrong with you? Liu Ruyan is obviously unhappy. He's a person with a strong sense of territory. Yeah. Normally, no one is allowed to come to the house. Auntie has to choose when he is at work to clean. Now Xiao Ruyan is running around. His tone is impatient. I said, I'll deliver the cake to you. There is a new cake shop opened in Westlake City. It's delicious. I'll wait in a long line to deliver it to you to try. I'll go back after it's delivered. What are you looking for? Following a ghost like a man entering a village, I heard footsteps coming downstairs. I was so panicked that I looked for a place to hide. But the basement was a big tea house with a ceiling of 4 or 5 meters. There was no place to hide. From the height, I could see everything. As soon as Xiao Ruyan walked to the stairs, he arrested me on the spot. Chupoyan, you dead? Liu Ruyan, why is she here? Liu Ruyan raised the corner of her mouth slightly. What did you call him? Xiao Ruyan took 2 steps back and barked fiercely. Liu Ruyan, why is Gibran here? Seeing that the 2 of them were arguing, I held a black and white bandage in one hand and walked around behind them. Let me pass. Actually, I came here to work overtime. Xiao Ruyan leaned half of his body. Do you need to work overtime to your boss's house? Do you have any shame? Still working overtime. What are you holding in your hand? Do you think I don't know? I also think this black and white bandage doesn't look very decent. Didn't I find the plastic bag underneath just now? I quickly put it behind my back. I thought of a perfect excuse. Don't get me wrong, this is a gift from my girlfriend. You actually have a girlfriend. You Ruyan, Kirsten. You are his girlfriend. Xiao Ruyan screamed like a boiling kettle. What kind of sure field is this? The whole northwest of Shangxi is in chaos. Liu Ruyan, drive this cheap man away. I don't want to see him here again. Xiao Ruyan went crazy and was about to rush up and slap me. Keep your mouth shut. Liu Ruyan stood in front of me. He worked hard to decorate this house. He can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. Who are you? You came to my house in the middle of the night and said nonsense to him. Who am I? Xiao Ruyan's eyes turned red instantly. I am your fiancé call. Liu Ruyan sneered. But I admit it, Xiao Ridian couldn't believe it. You did for a wild boy. People, you don't even recognize me. Liu Ruyan's forehead veins bulged violently, but she forced a smile on her face. You just can't learn to call people with your mouth, right? He rolled up his sleeves, opened the closet next to him. I knew he was really angry. Let's run away. Why don't you copy it first? I have something to do at home. But the thing he copied next made my legs weak. He copied a horsewhip. Showery, and he smiled and lifted his hair, speaking very gently. I have always treated you as my younger brother. I have always liked you. When elders are talking, can you interrupt them at will? You are Yuan with the horsewhip on the cabinet, step by step towards him. You have no family education. It's okay. Sister will teach you how to talk to people today. You are Yuan said and raised the horsewhip. In my head, there were only 2 words at that time. I rely on it. I rely on it, Xiao Rian was also scared silly. This noble young master, where I had seen this kind of scene. He ran towards me screaming, "Help me!" I gritted my teeth and hugged him behind me. Mr. Liu, this is domestic violence. Liu Ruyan is determined to break the law. Xiao Rian, come out. I will beat your mouth to pieces today. Assistant Yin, look at this. He beat me and Xiao Rian hugged me and cried like a ghost. Isn't this a good way to call people? Liu Ruyan had a cold face. She took off her shawl. Then let's settle the accounts today. It's better than making such a fuss every day. The 2 of them were facing me, King encircling the pillar. I can only persuade him. Why are you being the child in the middle of the night? Forget it. It's all your fault. Liu Ruyan looked like she really wanted to beat him up. Domestic violence is illegal. There's only one time in countless times of domestic violence. Liu Ruyan was so angry that she laughed. Yes, so you should be sensible. Hurry up and cancel the marriage. I don't. Showery, mouth is harder than iron. Yeah, just ran away after saying it. Liu Ruyan was so angry that she was fuming. She chased him with a horsewhip. He ran and he chased. I saw that he couldn't escape even if he had wings. I jumped up and hugged Liu Ruyan's waist from behind. Forget it. It would be bad if I hurt the child. Liu Ruyan froze. She became quiet in my arms. Seeing Xiao Ridian run into the front door, Liu Ruyan shouted coldly, "Put down the cake." Xiao Ridian cried and put the cake on the entrance. I shouted, "Liu Ruyan, wait!" Slammed the door. The sound of the door closing echoed in a huge villa. Liu Ruyan didn't move again. I breathed a sigh of relief for a long time. It was a close call. I was planning to fight Xiao Ridian again. I didn't expect Liu Ruyan to go over and start a group to beat Xiao Ridian's dog head. This was too fierce. The aggressive woman went from furious to calm in my arms. A small hand fell on my head. She rubbed it lovingly. Don't be angry. No one can say that to you. She even softened her eyes. Originally, Xiao Ridian barked at me. I felt very upset, and I was depressed. I was angry again. I felt uncomfortable. Liu Ruyan could use a weapon to maintain justice. And it was a little funny. I curled my lips. I bumped into his dark eyes. That pretty face was also looking at me. There was a smile on the corner of my mouth. Are you okay? Liu Ruyan turned and leaned against the bar. She held my hand and pulled it into her arms. Am I easy to hug? You didn't even let go. I quickly let go and stood up. I'm sorry, I won't dare to do it next time. Liu Ruyan raised her eyebrows in confusion. I have known you for 10 years. Who would have thought that you would still hit people? My smile was uglier than crying. Liu Ruyan said in a calm voice. I picked up Liu Ruyan's cake and stuffed it into my mouth. His dark eyes stared at me. I'm very good to my husband. Lying on the bed, my heart was still light. Thinking of Liu Ruyan's words that I am very good to my husband. Thinking of the look in his eyes when he said this, it seemed like he was looking at me. I was just daydreaming. My phone screen lit up. It was my mother sending me a WeChat message, asking me for money for my brother's medicine. I remembered that today was the 5th. I made 3,280. My mother took the money. There was no further news. I checked the chat history between my mother and I. We didn't talk much. Most of them were transfers and payments. The sudden reality made all the thoughts of standing up become a dream bubble. It was as if a handful of cold water was poured on my head to wake me up. I pillowed my arm. I remembered that Liu Ruyan never said she liked me. She always frowned when she saw me. She looked very disgusted. She also spoke in a sarcastic tone. She always asked me to work overtime until I was exhausted. There was no emotion between us. It was all about money. Besides, we have known each other for so many years. If there was anything wrong with me, it should have been there long ago. It can be seen that it was not me. A rich second generation like him. If there was no Liu Ruyan, there would be a Shang Ruyan. Liu Ruyan was waiting to marry him. Domineering female, so tall, rich and handsome. The ordinary people just eat mounds and watch the show. There is no place for us in the show. The only thing that belongs to us is poverty. I turned over, closed my eyes and went to sleep. I will go to work, normally next. Liu Ruyan is still on WeChat. After I was beaten up, he became aloof. Only one sentence every day when he goes online. Is Liu Ruyan here today? Communicating. That's it. Repeat again tomorrow. No other movement. Maybe because he didn't dare to make trouble in front of Liu Ruyan. Mr. Xiao chose to make trouble remotely. Spend tens of millions to buy a hot search. Announced his marriage to Liu Ruyan. Wang tied and finally waited for a public relations event. Come out of Liu Ruyan's office with a bang. Come to my door. What's the matter with Assistant Yi? General Manager Liu asked to send a public relations draft. Someone's marriage to Mr. Xiao. Wang Taigan shook his eyebrows obscenely. Why is this person so gossipy? Like tea in a melon field. Knowing what he said, it's over. Wang Taigan sat down by himself. He crossed his hands and supported his chin. He also said that he had a boyfriend of 7 years and they were very close. I have never heard of this. It's too fake. It must be made up. I asked truthfully. Is that so? Wang Taidan shook his eyebrows again in a wretched manner. I sighed. Oh, look at me. It's definitely not me. If I were the boss, I would do something else. I came to work. I don't think it was someone else. If she had a boyfriend of 7 years, it could be traced back to our university. It's impossible that I don't know. She just said it without thinking. She forced herself to say that she had a husband. She didn't have one at all. Wang tied and looked behind me in awe. I swallowed my saliva. I turned around and met Liu Ruyan's murderous eyes. I turned my head back silently and pretended to write materials. All explanations were meaningless when the leader caught them. Liu Ruyan said nothing and walked into the president's office with a low pressure. Slammed the door shut. Won't tell me what to eat in the evening. Won't tell me when I discussed work. I took the initiative to poke him. Asked him about his work schedule for tomorrow. He said he was going to a meeting out of town. I said okay. He didn't reply. What a petty person. Didn't he just say he didn't have a husband? His Schrodinger's husband seems to have incorporated some of my life experience. I didn't ask him for copyright fees. I scrolled through the chat page. Today is so short. The first deal, Liu Ruyan left. Xiao Ruyan, we chat at me as usual. Are you there? We have a tacit understanding now. He didn't even type the whole drama. Just type, are you? Just looking at our chat history. You can't imagine. He is a tall, rich, and handsome man who regards me as a love rival. He looks more like a persistent, hungry, and flirtatious man. I glanced at the closed office. This is the message I regret the most. Because Xiao Ridian came to the company soon. He wore dressed in black with upturned eyebrows and a rosy face. One can tell from his face that this man is angry. Sure enough, he kicked open my office as soon as he came in. Assistant Yi, you're fired. Our floor is full of meeting rooms separated by transparent glass. He roared, and all my colleagues put down their computers and looked back at me with shining eyes. Wang Tai Dan, this bastard, even took out his phone and started recording the screen. He chattered and I don't know who he was live streaming with. I have a headache, Mr. Xiao. Who have you said to fire me? Fire me. Xiao Ridian grabbed my hand and dragged me out of the office. Sister Liu doesn't need you anymore. You should leave here quickly. Whether Mr. He needs me or not is another matter. But the dismissal must follow the basic labor law. Our dismissal process takes 2 months. Give employees sufficient preparation time and dismissal compensation. Give you 100 million, 10,000. Leave him now immediately. Xiao Ridian threw the black card at my feet with great dominance. My heart was moved shamefully. But according to my current salary, plus the housing fund, 10 million can only buy me out for less than 20 years, since I may never find a better job than this. It should be at least 17. 62 million. I estimated a minimum offer in my mind. Do you think you can buy me off with this little money? Boya, you are really shameless. I know. He gives you more. Right? Winning stability. If I still want to bargain with him, Shaorian has already pounced on me. I dodged faster than a dog. He couldn't reach me. He went crazy and smashed everything on my desk to the ground. My colleagues finally stopped watching the show. Rush out in front of Why are you still hitting people? He's still my old mother-in-law. What's wrong with me beating him? You have to choose a day to beat him? I'm lucky I didn't tear his face apart. Rian pointed at my nose and cursed with a righteousness. Jibo, do you have any shame? I knew he was going to get married, but you still pestered him. For a few dollars, you destroyed other people's families. Are you dirty or not? I can endure any grievances when I come out to work. He insulted my job. It touched my bottom line. I pushed away Wang Taidian, who was protecting me. Mr. Xiao, if your wife can't have a male assistant after getting married, then you can take him home and tie him up. Because even if he doesn't have a male assistant, he also has male subordinates and male partners during his work. Wouldn't you scream and faint? Can you be the same as them? Xiao Ridian sneered. I won't pester him like this. I won't reach out to take care of his purse. I won't be deep. I went to his house to stay overnight. I was so angry that I was shaking all over. I clenched my fists in the surprised eyes of everyone. My nails dug deep into my palms. As an assistant, I often went to his house to deliver materials and also manage the money for some administrative projects. This was originally my job responsibility. I heard my voice trembling. If the boss gave me extra compensation during this process, he thought I deserved it. Where are the security guards? You dare to do something to me. When the security guards held him, Xiao Ridian's face was full of disbelief. There are rules and regulations for entering and leaving the company. Don't let in irrelevant idlers. And he's a security guard. I secretly glanced at Xiao Ridian. The company is a workplace. There are no family members. Only employees. I understand. No security captain stood up straight. I understand. Xiao Ruyan twisted his body. Dedicated you. Don't take chicken feathers. When the order is given. Legal affairs, I interrupted his shouting. Xiao. Xiao Dong raised his hand. Mr. Xiao came to the company to cause trouble. He smashed a lot of things. Xiao Dong held the notebook. He typed a lot. Then he must pay compensation. Not only did he damage official business, he also hindered our normal operations. Sue me coldly. Are you reasonable or not? Is this how your company protects the third brother? Xiao Ruyan suddenly turned away the security guard, raised his hand high at me. His wrist was suddenly pulled by someone. The woman behind him. The long skirt and white shirt. Hair was a little messy because of running. As soon as she appeared in the center of the chaos, a powerful oracle handled the chaos, just like usual. My nose was inexplicably sour. Xiaodong added another insult and defamation to the indictment. Assistant Yi spread false rumors in public. Liu Ruyan's voice was more majestic than ever. Xiaodong was stunned for a moment. Assistant, you should sue Mr. We are not responsible for the reputation rights of employees. Now we are responsible. Liu Ruyan looked at me across the crowd. The look in his eyes contained too many emotions. Xiao, I am obviously your fiang, but you only know how to protect other men. Liu Ruyan shook off his hand and sneered. My engagement party. I was not notified or invited. I saw it from Wayne Tai Dan's circle of friends. You're not worthy of being called The crowd exploded with a buzz. I don't know how it all ended. When I came to my senses, I was already sitting in Liu Ruyan's office. My chest was sore and tears kept falling. Liu Ruyan sat beside me, holding a tissue box in her hand and handed it to me one by one. She was not angry anymore. He poured a cup of hot chocolate. Pushed me in front of me. I shook my head. I know. I work hard every day. Well, I got promoted and got a raise by working overtime. Oh yes, you are more serious and responsible than anyone else. But now everyone thinks I slept my way out. I cried loudly. They think I'm just her lover. No, I was embraced in a warm embrace. Everyone's eyes are shut. How much work have you done? Everyone has a scale in their hearts. Is that right? A low laugh came from the embrace I leaned on. Besides, you're not a lover. Maybe it was because I was surrounded by the flowery sweetheart perfume I liked. Or maybe it was because I received gentle comfort. My mood gradually calmed down. 10 minutes later, when I woke up completely from crying, I suddenly realized, why am I hugging you so tightly? You Ruyan. I quickly pushed him away. Xiao ready and just came to make trouble. My reputation is in jeopardy. I just swore to heaven. I, Assistant Yi, am innocent. I turned around and hugged Liu Ruyan in court. Luo Xiang couldn't guarantee my victory. It has nothing to do with him. Liu Ruyan looked at me with burning eyes. I have nothing to do with you either. Single men and single women should be careful. I turned and walked out. My fingertips reached the handle. I don't want to be implicated by your private affairs again. Liu Ruyan's hand passed over my shoulder, slammed the door shut. I'm sorry his breath was very hot. It made me shudder a little, but I didn't know. Did he cause you trouble many times? Sorry, I won't do that again. Hey, isn't it the assistant who is trouble? I said angrily. The company has cash flow problems. His family is rich. My parents ordered me without my consent. I didn't go. I was stunned. I turned around and looked at him. Liu Ruyan's eyes were red. Her hair was messy. She looked glowy. I didn't expect Prime Minister Yu to be robbed. Well, he looked down weakly. Why didn't you say it earlier? I still worship Liu Ruyan as an ancestor. You didn't ask me? It seems that I was burned. Everyone knows it except you. He looked up. His eyes were full of accusations. He ignored me. After I went back, I clicked on my Taidan circle of friends. I also saw your Uwayan's wedding news here. Grand fantasy. I glanced at it at that time. My heart skipped a beat and I quickly swept away. What does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with me? I don't even want to look at it. But now I can calmly face the full screen of congratulations below. And in the full screen of congratulations, I saw a reply that was so angry that I jumped up and down. Oh, you wine question Wang Taidan. I didn't go myself. How did he go? Wang Taidan replied whether you are Yu Wine was true or not. Mr. Liu and you are Yu Wine replied falsely below. Feudal monopoly. With this. So the blessing turned into a series of resistance. Covering her face, she laughed softly. Sure enough, everyone except me. I told no one. I deliberately avoided you or Yuan's private affairs. We go to get a fork and go home together every day. But we are very far away from each other. I know that the young and beautiful female CEO with a net worth of tens of billions will belong to someone one day. Sooner or later, it won't be me anyway. So why should I think about his affairs? Thinking about it will only make me sad. Don't care, don't discuss, don't intervene, and don't even go to see me. I isolated myself. This is the distance I keep from him. No expectations, no disappointment. Your UI never seems to make me sad or disappointed. I blushed. I scratched my face and rubbed my neck. What kind of serious person would check the circle of friends for no reason? A phone call interrupted my blushing heartbeat. It was my mother. We should come back quickly. Your brother is in the hospital. My joy was instantly diluted. That day, I assigned all the work to my subordinates. Then I put on armor myself and got on the train home. My family is in the countryside of Hubi. My brother's kidneys are not good. He was damaged by an injection when he was a child. He can't do heavy work. He has to pay a large amount of medical expenses every month. It was really difficult. I almost couldn't afford to go to college. If I hadn't insisted, my family would have pushed me into marrying at the age of 18. Fortunately, I gritted my teeth, took student loans and scholarships, worked day and night, and finally got a diploma. I found a job in the city. It can be considered a reversal of fate. However, I have already visibly I have touched the ceiling. I can't afford a house. I can't afford a car. I can't afford to get married. I can't even afford to keep a dog. My end is just the beginning of others. Just like that joke. I'm Robert at ordinary times, but I am Yuan Bao at home. This is my true portrayal. I rode for 7 or 8 hours to get to the county town. I slept in the guest house for one night. I got up early the next morning and took a minibus back to the village. My family is considered to be well off in the village. I gave them 300,000 euro on a few years ago. The two old people built a 3-story villa with their own hands. Yeah, my parents built the building with their bare hands. When I entered the door, my mother was catching chickens in the yard. The situation is not like my brother. My mother saw that I was very calm when I entered the ICU. He was sitting upstairs as usual. I was furious. Why did you ask me to come back? My mother wiped her hands with an apron. I told you to get married. I didn't get up in one breath. Come, turning around and leaving. My mom grabbed me. You're almost there. My mom always says things that hurt my heart. Being single when old is not a solution. The marriage I found for you. You will definitely like it. You can forget it. My mom patted her chest. My son, is famous for being excellent. I won't find you those ugly girls. I found you a girl who came back from the city. She is very good and beautiful. I don't believe what she said about beauty. But at this time, the whole village came to watch me. I couldn't leave. I was too embarrassed to go back to the company recently. I took a year-end leave and I could stay anywhere. So I settled down in the village. When I got up the next day, there was a woman sitting in my yard. About 7 meters, tall and thin, hair dyed yellow, wearing a single black earring. So trendy. I thought, there are still people like this in the village. My mom said he was eating opposite me. Why don't you tidy up? You came out so sloppily. The woman turned around. He had long eyebrows and a straight nose. She looked at me with a care for laziness. I was wearing pants. I was holding a toothbrush. I was wearing slippers. I thought there was no one I cared about in this village. I didn't expect my mother to find a beauty. The beauty exchanged names with me, invited me to take a walk in the fields. When we were leaving, my mother took me to ask her for 300,000 yuan. It can't be any lower. I sneer. Shake her hand off. Wait till leave and reject her. The beauty is from the 985 university. After graduation, she worked in a big factory for a few years and almost died. Come to our village to start a business. Contracted a large piece of land to build a farm. Because she is very beautiful. She shoots real themes. The video is beautiful. She is called a copy of Li Ziki. He reached out his hand and took mine. My name is Li Ziba. You are really good at getting away with it. Li Ziba took me on a tour of his fields and asked me if I was interested in coming back to work with him. This village is either old or young. He heard about my brilliant resume and had long set his sights on me. He wanted to dig me out as a local and start a business together. My mother misunderstood when she heard that. There is a dowry to be collected. The money is easy to talk about. The job is always better than the cubicle in the city. It is more free. This Iba is a big anchor. It's difficult to do anything now if you are not short of money. Only the internet self-media is thriving. I looked at the green wilderness in front of me. Liu Ruyan's face flashed in my mind. He was cheering. He was elegant. He was weird. And he looked at me intently. He had gentle eyes and eyebrow. Everything is good in the countryside. Green mountains and clear waters. Birds and flower. Prices in the city are high. Housing prices are high and you have to squeeze into the subway every day. The room is full of day and night. But he is in the city. He is in the city. My job is pretty good. I lowered my head and mopped the yellow soil under my feet. The boss is my senior sister. She is very good. So good that you can work 996 for her. Ziba looked at me with eyes that could see through fire. Let's go to work. I waved to him. Since I'm here, the corn is ripe. Let's harvest the corn. I'm harvesting corn in the field. It was my mother. I got annoyed when I saw it. She hung up and persisted. Wait until he called the third time. I finally answered. Hello, the fourth tone expressed my strong dissatisfaction. Your wife is here. My mother's tone was inspiring and trembling. Why don't you tell me that you are married? I'm still arranging our marriage. This is good, my mother kept nagging. I think this daughter-in-law is not good either. She has a bad temper. My heart skipped a beat. What did you say? I said you went on a blind date with Bozzy. She rushed out immediately. It looked like she was going to hit you. My phone fell. I had already seen you or Ruyan rushing towards me in a white dress in the green field. I didn't think twice and squatted in the cornfield. When she came out, I hid even deeper. You have a knife in your hand. After he reminded me, I quietly showed one eye from behind the corn leaves. Are you so scared? Liu Ruyan sneered. So I really did. I planned to quit my job. I won't break up. Forget about it. He pulled me out of the green leaves. His hands were very hard. I struggled subconsciously. I didn't break free. Don't struggle. It's useless. He stared at me. The sun was so hot that my nose was sore. He dragged me in front of him. I'm good to you with a short collar. I don't believe you can't feel it. I'm very good to you. Ah. I choked up. I'm not your boss. His eyes were a reed. 7 years, 28, 47 days. 3 meals a day for seasons. You can't call me that. 28, 47 days has been so long. He touched my face, gently wiped away my tears. All these years, you dare to say you really haven't thought about me for a second. I opened my mouth. A once dead memory suddenly came alive. In the library, I sat beside him collecting information. The sound of the sleeves slapping. Eating a celebration dinner together. He prepared a dish of hot pot dipping sauce and placed it in front of me. The first time I reported to the new company. She was wearing a skirt. The sunlight outside the blinds fell on her eyebrows. It was very early. We were both young. She was a rich lady from a wealthy family, and I had nothing but student loans. Why didn't I think about it? Just a senior. I dare not think. You are so good that I can't stop crying. I am not worthy of you. Liu Ruyan is a person whose name shines, born with a silver spoon in her mouth. There's nothing that is not excellent. When she went on stage to give a report in English that year, she spoke so fluently that I couldn't even understand her. I fought hard to reach his city and his world. I have never even seen it. After you Ruyan took over the company, a year when I attended entrepreneur summits everywhere, I was worried about the rent. I was worried about my brother's medical expenses. I was worried about whether my 1688 clothes would be decent enough when I accompanied him to the summit tomorrow. I had no time to think about love. I didn't think about him in my heart. He was so close, so beautiful that he was like a dream that I couldn't reach. And the wind would wake him up. You thought so 7 years ago. I still think so now. I raised you after so many years you haven't made any progress. I don't listen. Ruyan looked at me with gritted teeth. Even if there's a huge gap between us, I have already taken 99 steps towards you. I have been alone for 7 years. I have resisted. When you take one step towards me, even if it is a small step, you are not a person without courage. Why are you so stingy with me? The wind blows in the wilderness. The world is silent. At that moment, my mind is empty. Who cares? I think my arrogance in your sister Liu is crying. The two figures sat together. I threw myself into her arms. In order to prove that she is no different from me, Liu Ruyan insisted on helping me harvest corn. Then she cut her hand. I laughed out loud. It turns out that he is not omnipotent. Laughing and laughing, he came up to me and held his hand up to me with a righteousness. It was just such a small wound. It was scabbed when I was sent to the hospital. You want to blow and coax. You like to act like a spoiled child. How often will you glare at me? There was even a little resentment in her eyes. Then she came up to me relentlessly. She was tired of it. The sun was scorching and I was sweating all over. He was still close to me. I suddenly felt the distance that I cared about was gone and such intimacy. How did you find me? I held her hand. Walking on the small road in my hometown. She didn't go to work. He didn't reply to WeChat. I thought he resigned in a rage. He said, with a hint of melancholy between his eyebrows, I look casual, but I'm actually very proud. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been unwilling to have anything to do with him for so many years. Xiao God ruined my reputation. She was afraid that I would never come again. That was not the case. I did want to escape for a while, but I could not go back. After all, he was there. I took a train for more than 10 hours to get here. A big surprise. The stomach size slanted sharply. Hey, blind dates these days. Which one is not to deal with my mother who tricked me to come here? No one has this idea. Do you have it? Liu Ruyan held me tightly. Without me, he held his index finger tightly. I didn't think of anyone else when I saw you. I admit that I'm cowardly and timid. If he hadn't, we'll probably keep this faint yearning in the coffin. It has been too long. Even I am a little confused. I just want to stay drunk and unconscious in this dream that is within reach. Only you are you, why can only the shining ones will desperately break the window paper. Don't just talk about me. It's you who talk nonsense to my mother. It's scare people. You are you, why turned her face away stubbornly. I just called Mom when I entered the door. At night I took Liu Ruyan away. Because my mother didn't like Liu Ruyan. She liked Luceba. She thought Liu Ruyan had a bad temper. When I said Liu Ruyan was my boss, she liked him again. She asked him to buy a house for my brother in the county town before she agreed to our marriage. I was so angry that I was shaking. Liu Ruyan held me down. I couldn't make the decision. He sat on the broken sofa in my house and took out the posture of negotiating with others on weekdays. He often pointed at the table. The family was small and didn't care about money. You have to discuss this with him. My mother was skeptical. Look at me, as eyes were filled with awe. When I left, I breathed a long sigh of relief. I like my hometown, but I can't go back. Most people are like this. I have family but not much love. I was born in poverty. I grew up casually, just like the weeds in the field. When the wind blows, I don't know how to grow lush. In fact, no one has ever cared for me. No one has ever shielded me from the wind and rain. Except when I look at the hand I hold with mine. It's really warm. It's okay. Liu Ruyan holds my fingers together. After putting on the diamond ring on her ring finger, I am your family. So confident. It's been 7 years. It's time to stop rejecting me. He patted the steering wheel. See, I came here in a Porsche. Is it enough to slap you in the face? I hold up the new WeChat message from my mother. I don't know Porsche. Ask what car you drive. Are you a liar? After I went back, I took a week off. When the company fell into complete chaos, everyone cried and begged me to come back on WeChat. I returned to the office with a sense of relief. I was promoted and raised on salary based on my ability. When people talk about the profession of assistant, I think it is a bit romantic and look down on it. In fact, 50 of the company's decisions were made by me. I sat in the office and handled things for 7 years. I am a kid. I am a person of some size. As for the things Liu Ruyan did, I think except for the connection, he's a second-generation person. I am a toddler. I can't catch up with others. My skills are not short nor bad. I just work overtime non-stop when I come back. The company's cash flow is indeed a problem. Because Liu Ruyan want to open a new product line. Always burning money. Don't be fooled by his appearance. Actually, our company makes snacks. It's the kind of national-level snacks that will be on the shelves of small shops no matter where they are. No technical content. Countless pirated copies, but they're always hot-selling. Liu Ruyan is not a person who is content with the status quo. He wants to do high consumption. Originally, the company's cash flow can be fully burned. The problem is that Xiao Ruyan is doing things for love. Several shareholders want to withdraw. Liu Ruyan wants to Cash flow is stretched suddenly. I think this matter can be used. Everyone was scratching their heads in the conference room that day. Where to get the money? I told them my idea. And Xiao Ruyan very rich. He also likes our Liu. General, you want to sell me to him. So you want us sharing? All the muscles in her body were tense, like a wild animal about to be thrown away. No, no, how dare I can stimulate him. He might give us a big surprise. Liu Ruyan narrowed her eyes. That night I posted a photo of Liu Ruyan and I holding hands in my circle of friends. We both wore engagement rings in the photo, as expected. The next day Liu Ruyan was scolded and became a hot topic. Awesome. Wang Taidian was in the conference room, connecting with 100,000 marketing accounts. Black PR is also read with traffic and topics. You can take the opportunity to make it popular. Liu Ruyan is very good at making products. All word-of-mouth marketing has been purchased, from taste to packaging. Just a trigger point is missing. Xiao Ruyan gave him a hot topic on Weibo 3 days of being hung up, be quarreled over and over again, and took advantage of the traffic. After sending new products to all self-media bloggers, the topic was distorted. From Liu Ruyan, the big scumbag, to Liu's new beverage. The taste is fucking amazing. It's like seeing hell. With this topic, neither of us need to go out to socialize. Investors kneel down to invest in my house. That's how it ended. Thank you, Xiao Ruyan. You can get a promotion this time. Liu Ruyan reminded Wang Taidian. If you handle the most important things. Wang Taidian couldn't believe it. Huh? Mister, do I have anything else to deal with? Liu Ruyan smiled and glanced at me. Deleted all the information in the owner's blog. The matter was so big, I couldn't avoid being hung up by Xiao Ruyan. When he hung me up, Liu Ruyan spent money on public relations. When she hung me up, Liu Ruyan spent on PR. Has a very firm attitude. You can scold me as much as you want. I don't care. But you can't scold my husband. Just like you didn't take me seriously. There's nothing good about parents. They didn't raise you. You have no obligation to support them. When they get sick, you just attend the memorial service. That's enough. There's no need to see their faces. Liu Ruyan's parents didn't do anything during the whole incident. Whenever he comes home, he comes out angrily. They can't accept it in a short time. I'm so confident I'll marry you. We haven't been in love yet. I teased him to stop talking. It's been 7 years and I'm almost 30. I can't wait any longer. Liu Ruyan held my hand and rubbed his face affectionately. She vaguely looks like the girl I had buried deep in my heart during my youth.